Welcome back to ManSpeak. I'm really glad you're here. In the last episode, we talked about identity and labels and how you can break free from the false ones and start rewriting who you are as a man. But here is a hard truth. Even if you rewrite those labels, the people around you will often try and slap those old labels right back on you. And that is what we are digging into today, the company you keep. So here's a question for you. Who is speaking into your life right now? Are they building you up or are they breaking you down? Men today are surrounded by more noise than ever before. You've got voices coming at you from every angle: social media, podcasts, influencers, mates, family, colleagues. Everybody has an opinion on how you should live, how you should spend, how you should work, how you should love. But here is the kicker. Not all voices are equal. Some affirm your growth and others sabotage it, whether they know it or not. Sometimes they don't even know that they are sabotaging you. So let's be real. Some of you listening right now are letting your biggest source of advice be memes on TikTok and the guys you drink with on a Friday night. If that is your inner circle, don't be surprised if your life starts looking like a meme or a beer. Here is something you need to hear. You absorb the mindset and the habits and the standards of the people you spend the most time with. Full stop. You might like to think you are independent, that you are your own man, but none of us are immune to influence. You will rise or sink to the level of your circle. I coached a guy once who was trying to quit drinking. He was so motivated and disciplined and he had a plan. But every weekend, his mates shoved beers in his hand at every bride. Come on, man, don't be soft. One beer won't hurt. That is not friendship. That is sabotage. And as long as he stayed in that circle, he was never going to win that battle. Just so you know, he did win the battle eventually. But it took a mind shift and it was a beautiful thing to see. Let me flip this. I've also worked with men who surrounded themselves with disciplined, hungry, ambitious guys. The kind who wake up early and who train hard, who set goals, who have backbone, who push limits. And suddenly their own standards rose. They started getting sharper and fitter and more focused. Why? Because they were in a circle that pulled them higher. Show me your circle. I'll show you your future. So here is the practical step for today. It's time to audit your circle. This isn't about cutting everyone off and living as a hermit. It is about awareness and intentional choice. I'm just thinking now, I want to add in here, you can love people from a distance. Grab a piece of paper and write down the 5 people you spend the most time with. Not the people you want to spend time with, the actual 5 as it stands now. And ask yourself honestly, who drains me? Who sharpens me? Who do I need more of? Who do I need less of? This exercise can sting because sometimes the people closest to us, even family, can be breakers, not builders. Please, this does not mean that you summarily cut people out of your life completely or throw them away like they don't matter. Here is the distinction. You can love people and you can honor them without giving them constant access to shape your life. You can love some people up close, and like I said earlier, you can love others from a distance. Setting those boundaries doesn't make you cold, it makes you wise. You also don't have to go and shout your boundaries from the mountaintop. Make it out for yourself. Decide for yourself, and then live your life, act, do life in line with that. Once you see where the breakers and the builders are in your life, you get intentional about choosing better voices. Sometimes that means drawing closer to the men, the people, the colleagues, the community, the family who sharpen you. Sometimes it means gently stepping away from those who don't. Please, it's not about writing people off. It's about deciding who gets a front row seat in your life and who, opposing that, who you wave to from the balcony. Right. Front row versus balcony. That might mean finding a mentor or joining a group. Even if it's a hiking group or a cycling group or a church group or whatever kind of group that's going to build you up, or building friendships with people who actually want to see you grow. It might also mean having uncomfortable conversations or quietly shifting how much access some people have to you. And sometimes, I know this will hit hard, sometimes it means outgrowing the people you've been closest to. This is a possibility. It's not betrayal, it's growth. If your circle won't or cannot grow with you, you may have to walk a different path. Once again, you don't have to slam the door. You can still love them. You just don't let them run your life. Because your identity doesn't grow in a vacuum. It grows in a circle. And I think it's the most amazing, most wonderful thing that we can keep growing in life, that will never hit the ceiling if we don't want to. So maybe you're listening to this and you are realizing your circle has been holding you back. You know you need stronger voices. You know you need sharper accountability and better support. And that is part of what I do in my one-on-one coaching. I step in as that voice that cuts through the noise. I'm honest and direct, and I'm committed to your growth. I'm very passionate about growth. We strip out the lies, we build clarity, and we give you practical tools to step into your future. And if that's the kind of circle you need, the links are in the description. Let me close with this. Walk with the wise and become wise, for a companion of fools suffers harm. That's in Proverbs 13:20. Yes. It's hard. It's barefaced truth, though. Walk with the wise and become wise, for a companion of fools suffers harm. It's simple, it's brutal. You become who you walk with. If you walk with the wise, you grow. If you walk with fools, you get burned. So yes, do the coaching work, audit your circle, build better voices. And remember, you don't have to write people off to move forward. And also don't be too hard on yourself. Do the work, but it's not a quick thing. You can love and honor people, but you can choose the distance. Because you are not just who you say you are. You're also shaped by who you walk with. So here is your next move for this week. You're going to write down the 5 people you spend the most time with. Next to each name, you're going to write builder or breaker. And then you're going to decide on one small shift. Spend more time with a builder or set a healthy boundary with a breaker. It's simple, it's clear, it's doable, and it will change your life. It might even happen much faster than you think. Thank you for joining me on ManSpeak. I really appreciate you being here. Please like and subscribe because it helps the channel and it spreads the message to men who need it. So until next time, take care. Mooi bly.